Amazing one. Welcome to Heal with the Healing Artist Show. And today we are talking about years of heartaches and headaches taught me that I am only successful as the company I keep. Yes. I am Sherita Sparrow, the healing artist, and I help creatives just like you reclaim your creative power so that you can realize your dreams and live a life that is more aligned with your purpose. So, yes, I'm talking about all the heartaches and the headaches and lots of headaches that I had endured over years and years before I finally figured out that who I surround myself with really determines the success of my creative business, purpose in life, and just how I move through life, right? And of course, this is something that we're all pretty much aware of, but it's just all about bringing it back to the forefront, right? It's so important for us to really understand and really think and analyze who we surround ourselves with, because they can create a huge impact on our life and, of course, on our creative success. So, one of the things I want to ask you this question. All right, I'm going to ask you this question, and I'm curious to find out. Type into the chat, who is sitting at your table of life? Okay, who is sitting at your table of life? And you may be wondering, okay, what are you talking about? Or you may already know what I'm saying, right? But what I'm saying is, do you have people around you who really support you and support your dreams? Okay? Do you have people around you who support you and your dreams? These are the people who have the front row seat to your life, right? The front row seat to your life. And they're the ones who are closely impacting you on a daily basis. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you different types of people that could be sitting at your table of life. Study shows that it's about, the average person has about 10 close friends. Okay. Now, out of those 10 close friends, they may actually fit into certain categories of how they contribute to your life. And so I'm going to talk with you about that over the next 3 episodes. So today is the first episode that we're going to talk about, and we got 2 more to go where I'm going to share with you a different type of person who could be potentially sitting at your table of life. All right. So before we get into that, I want to have a little bit of fun first. And let's really just think about, what does our table of life look like? Like, how does it look? Okay. And what I mean by this is your table of life kind of like a potluck, right? Is your table of life kind of like a potluck? And what I mean by that is everyone is welcome to your table. Okay. Anyone can come to your table and sit down. All right. Now, as creative individuals, we meet a lot of different people and we always have an open heart. Okay. And sometimes we tend to allow people to come into our life and have a seat at our table. Right. We just welcome anyone to our space. Right. No judgment zone, right? But you really want to start thinking about who's sitting at your table, and is your table kind of like a potluck where people can come to the table and bring something to the table, but it's not necessarily something that is really helpful. Maybe they're bringing their own baggage to your table of life, and you find yourself supporting them, or you find yourself feeding them more than they are feeding you and your soul, right? Or maybe this potluck table, they're coming to the table with their 2 cents. Okay. And so when they're coming to the table with their 2 cents, they're telling you how you should be living your life as a creative person, or as a person that utilizes their creative gifts or artistic gifts. right? So they have their own 2 cents that they're bringing to the table. Is your table of life like a potluck? Think about that. Now, the next one I want you to think about is your table of life exclusive? And this is actually a nice scene. I love this right here. Right there on the water, on the beach. Quiet. You got the nice waves going on. I would love to be there right now. Okay. So, is it exclusive? Invitation only. That means you are very particular about who gets to come and sit at your table of life. Everyone's not invited. Okay. You are selecting who you talk to, who you share your life with, and your goals and your dreams with. So you're a little bit more exclusive, okay? Invitation only. Am I going to get invitation? All right. The next one I want you to think about. Is your table of life beautiful? It is so beautiful. It is pretty, okay? Everything is well, set well together. You have all the silverware out. You got the wine glasses. You have the beautiful centerpieces. It is visually beautiful. It is set up perfectly. Okay. So from the outside, your table of life looks glamorous. It looks fabulous. Okay. But deep down inside, behind all the glitz and the glam, there really is no real connections going on. Okay? There's no one that you really feel you could turn to or connect with. And so some of the relationships are superficial, right? So from the outside, everything looks great. But if you actually look behind the curtain, you see that, who is really for me, right? Everything looks nice. We have these wonderful conversations, but are you really for me? Or are you just here for the entertainment purposes, right? So, is your table of life beautiful? It looks pretty. It looks fabulous. Glitz and glam. But behind the scenes, what's really going on? Do you have the real connections? Do you have people that you truly can count on and that you feel really do have your back? I want you to think about it. So, is your table of life a potluck where anyone can come and sit at your table? Is your table of life exclusive where you're very selective about who gets to come and sit at your table? Okay? Or is your table of life just beautiful? It looks fabulous from the outside. But really, sitting down at your table, you're really trying to figure out, are these people really for me? Or are we just having superficial conversations and connections? I want you to think about that, okay? And the reason why it's so important that we think about who we are surrounded by, because they can truly influence and impact how we move forward in our purpose, right? They can impact our lives in so many different ways. And so if you're really serious, if you're really, really serious about your creative gifts and living a life that inspires you, this is one of the things that you really, really have to hone in on. You really, really have to understand and identify it and be serious about it. If you're trying to live life on your terms, okay? Not according to anyone else's expectations, only towards your expectations, all right? We're not trying to compete with anyone else. We're just trying to live our life, right? Be happy and be aligned with our purpose. That's what it's about. And you want to make sure you have all of the right people surrounding you, lifting you up, not pushing you down, because that's not cute. Okay? That's not cute. So we want to make sure we identify those people who are sitting at our table, because one thing I know for sure about you, amazing one, is that you are a beautiful light. And when you're a beautiful light, you easily attract people to you. People see your light, right? They see your passions, they see your gifts, and they automatically attract to you, right? And so you really want to think about and really pay attention to who is coming towards you, okay? And you also want to make sure that you are protecting your light. And one of the ways to protect your light, to protect your gifts, your dreams, your aspirations, and your purpose, is to identify who you are surrounded by on a daily basis. Okay? So, Creative Soul, the problem that we find ourselves in is that when we are surrounded by people and we have not truly identified who they are or what their purpose is in our life, we can easily get our ego bruised. We can deal with anxiety and stress. We can have all those heartaches and headaches, right? Because we didn't identify who they were. And in the end, we find ourselves on the shorter end of the stick, right? The relationship is lopsided a little bit, right? And we're trying to figure out, wait a minute. Now I am always giving, feeding you and your soul, but I don't seem to see that coming back towards me or being poured back into me. And that's when you want to start paying attention to who's surrounded by you. If you feel like you're not being fed by the people who are around you, pay attention. Reevaluate. All right? And now is the time. If you are trying to be serious about your life, now is the time. And of course, we all are very much aware of this, right? But it's about putting it into action and applying it, not just talking about it, not just thinking about it, but actually applying it. Okay? So, over the next 3 episodes, like I said, that I will be sharing 3 types of people who could be potentially sitting at your table of life. The average person has about 10 close friends. Okay, so I want you to think about the 10 people that you truly do connect with on a regular basis. And it maybe not be 10 people, it might be 7 people. All right, I want you to think about that and really identify who those people are. Okay, because it's really about putting yourself first. It's not about being selfish, it's not about being mean, right? It's about you taking care of you, right? All right. So let's actually take a look real quick. And I want you to think about who is sitting at your table of life. Okay? Who is really sitting at your table of life? And one person that could potentially be sitting at your table of life right now is a tailgater. Now, a tailgater, they're people who are mostly people that you see at a game. Okay, so they're usually in the parking lots. They're having a party right outside the stadium. They love to celebrate with like beverages and grilling food sometimes, right? So these people are partying before the big game. Okay, these are who tailgaters are. Now, from a business standpoint, a tailgater is someone who really is just around for all the good times in your life. All right. They're around only for the good times. When things are going great and fabulous in your life, they're there. Okay. But when things are not going so great, or you need help or advice, whatever it may be, and you call them, you text message them, or however you communicate with them, they're nowhere to be found. They miraculously disappear, right? And so that's a tailgater. A tailgater, they might be a lot of fun to hang with, but if you're really looking for someone to support you in your dreams, they may not be the person that you really want sitting at your table of life. These are people that you want to just pay attention to, not get your feelings so much into it, okay? So that you don't have that bruised ego, those hurt feelings, stress, heartache, headaches, okay? Because you already identified who they are in your life. It took me a while to figure that part out myself, actually. I had a hard time figuring these things out about who's sitting at my table of life and who is really for me and who's not for me. One of the things about me is that I've always tried to be good to people. That's one thing that my grandma has always taught me, raising me, and sharing that it's important to treat people the way you want to be treated. So I always try to treat people good. But sometimes treating people good doesn't mean that they're going to do the same thing for you, right? And so what you want to do is identify who they are and just pay attention. People are going to show you who they are, their true colors, right away. It's up to you to decide on what boundary you're going to set, right? So, tailgaters can be a little tricky. They are always around for the party. So pay attention to the people who only show up and they want to know how things are going. They see that, you did something great with your business, or they see that, you had this awesome event happen in your life. And so they want to be around for it. But then when things aren't going great, maybe things aren't going great in your business, or maybe you don't have any great, fabulous events happening, and then all of a sudden they disappear. Or maybe you don't have anything to give to them, right? They were around because you were great with helping them with certain things. And now that they have everything that they need, they're nowhere to be found. That's a tailgater. They're only around for the good times. And they most likely hold on to your coat feathers. I think that's what that is, right? Who knows? But anyway, watch out for the tailgaters so that you don't get your feelings hurt, right? It took me a while to figure that part out. So this is what I want you to remember. Remember this, that not everyone deserves a seat at your table of life. That is one lesson that I had a long time had a hard time understanding, because I had that potluck table. I had the potluck table. Yes, I did. And with that potluck table, anybody could sit at my table. Okay. And it looked like that. I mean, it had some string beans, some mac and cheese. Okay, we had the good stuff at my table. And I allowed anyone to just be at my table of life. And I shared my thoughts and feelings with a lot of people, thinking that they would honor me as much as I honored them. But I found out that it's not always like that. And that, I needed to really pay attention to who was sitting at my table of life. I learned the hard way. But, sometimes when you have those hard lessons, they turn into beautiful blessings, right? So anyway, Here is my life hack that I really want you to focus on. All right, here's my life hack. I would like for you to do your inventory. All right, so do your inventory. And what I mean by that is pick up your cell phone tonight, today, because the time is now, right? The future is now. Pick up your cell phone. Look at your cell phone, okay? And look at who you're talking to on a regular basis. Look at your text messages. See who you are texting and who is texting you on a regular basis. And when you do this, when you pick up your phone and you start looking through your call log and you pay attention to who's been calling you or who you've been calling, and you pay attention to who you've been texting or who's been texting you, and identify, are they a tailgater? Are they only around when they need something? Are they only around when everything's going great in my life? Are they only around when there is a party? They're only around for the party. I want you to really identify that. That is my life hack. And I actually do this every year. Every year, I reevaluate my connections. And, you're as great as the people that you're surrounded by. So if you're surrounded by successful people, it's going to rub off on you, right? So you want to be around people who are going to support your dream and believe in you, not people who are going to make you second guess yourself and your artistic gifts. All right? So do your inventory. Next week, you're going to be doing another life hack. All right? So this life hack is to pick up your phone. And I like my phone because it has little flowers on it. And you're going to check your text messages and check your call log. See who you're talking to. When you talk to them, are they being supportive of you? Or are they trying to take from you? Are they feeding your soul? Or are you feeding their soul? Check that out. All right. Now, the other thing I would love for you to do is to check out the My Canva Workshop. The My Canva Workshop is happening really soon. It's going to be happening next month. All right. And I would love for you to join me. The My Canva Workshop is absolutely fabulous. Okay. And it is an encore. And I've had so much fun doing the My Canva Workshop that I decided to do it again. In this workshop, I'm going to show you all the tools in Canva and how to use them. So if you get overwhelmed by Canva, because Canva does have a lot of different tools, but once you kind of get in there and you understand how to navigate the site and to design your materials, whether it's a flyer, a poster, business cards, social media graphics, videos, whatever it is that you want to do for your business or for your creative events, whatever it is that you're doing, and you want to know, how can I use Canva and benefit from this? Then you want to take the My Canva workshop. You want to register for it. Okay. I'm so excited. I love Canva. I use Canva for everything. I use Canvas to design these slides, okay? So, and the other awesome part is that not only am I going to show you, I'm going to do a tutorial. I'm going to show you step by step how to use the tools, but you actually get a chance to design within the workshop. It's absolutely virtual, so you can join from the comfort of your own home. You don't have to go anywhere. You can be in your slippers. You can have your coffee. We take breaks. We got music. Okay. We're connecting with other creative people and learning about other people's businesses. So you get a chance to connect and network with other people. So make sure you go to thefeatherstouch.com/my-Canva and register. This I don't want you to miss it. Okay. All right, amazing one. It is always a pleasure. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. I also want to say thank you to everyone who supports me. You know, I talk about who's supporting you, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who does support me, sharing my post, commenting, showing up here live with me. All of that means so much to me. It really, really does. So I'm giving you a heart, sending you lots of love, and I want to say thank you so much. It really uplifts my spirit and it helps me to keep moving forward. So do know that yes, this is Heal with the Healing Artist show. I do share tips, techniques, and life hacks, but do know that I am in the process of healing and I just want you to be on the journey with me so we can heal together. All right. So until I see you again, amazing one, continue to create, connect, and inspire others. And I'll see you in the next episode. We're going to learn about the second type of person who could be sitting at your table of life. Bye, amazing one. Mwah.